out on like a.
No, wait a minute. 4 months? That's not even a divorce. That's an annulment. Stay tuned as we do part 1. All right, welcome back to yet another episode here. The conclusion of Love is Blind season 10. So today, so basically today we're going to be discussing. I'm going to split it up into 2 parts. I'm going to do one part for this afternoon, and then I'm going to show the other part tomorrow morning. So today's couples, we're going to be talking about Vic and Christine, our favorite couple, your favorite couple. And then we're going to be speaking about Amber and Jordan. And then we're going to be talking about Bree and Connor / Chris and Jess. I kind of put them all together because Bree doesn't know how to end a conversation as an engaged woman. But I don't know. Let's see. All right. So first things first. Thank you guys so much for showing love to my shorts channel. Also, thank you guys for not watching Women's Month. So keep watching it. Anyway, so first things first, we're going to say Vic and Christine. So they start with saying, I see you. And I'm like, I don't see you, but I see you. I was like, I just want everything to go well for them. Like, I don't know how to describe it, but just as we listen more and more to them, and they talk about like they wasn't chosen to go to Mexico, and they were chosen to go to Malibu, and they may have some frou-frou issue about how, oh well, we've never followed this many couples before. I was like, basically, you said they don't have enough drama for them to be. They don't have enough drama for them to be filmed, and you're like, I'm not going to send them to Mexico. The budget's too high, right? You know, film crew and all that, blah. The budget's not high enough. It's not high enough, whatever, anyways. But anyway, so current update, they were Cleveland. I don't know who was Cleveland or who was Columbus, but they settled on one location, and that's up in Columbus. And then this part was really. Just give me a moment. Like, there's something so beautiful about being with the person you're supposed to be with, that they push you to actually heal all parts of you. So remember how they said that Christine was not forgiving her father because he was trash. Okay. Basura, patra. All right. And she ended up meeting with him. They set up the meeting. They drove all the way there. And of course, Vic was in the car waiting with her. They approached him, and they've had several meetings since then. I want to say filming is about 18 months apart. So just under 2 years. So, a lot has changed during that time. She's forgiven her father. And it was just really beautiful knowing that you remember she said, I don't forgive him and blah, blah. You have to forgive him for yourself, and Vic had a parallel story with his father not really being in his life, and his mom, which you found out he's from Grenada. Hey, Caribbean. But it was really cool seeing that part. And then they asked him, God, it's just so good. I'm sorry. 1 second. But they asked him about, hey, what's the difference now? He said, we have this covenant. And I was like, thank you. Because one thing that people don't understand is that people be thinking that marriage is just, it's funny because people think that marriage can exist outside of the covenant with God when he's the one who made it. It's God and God accessories. You feel me? Not to preach y'all, but it was just so beautiful of him reminding us what is a pure reason why marriage was invented was to create covenant with the Lord, right? And so basically what ends up happening towards the end, which I thought was beautiful, was that TurboTax ends up sponsoring them to go on a vacation that they don't tell us about. I was like, what was the whole point? I'm sitting here. I was like, what was the whole point of this? You can't even tell us exactly what. You can't even tell us exactly where they're going, but they're sponsoring their vacation. I literally put on here, go ahead and log off for me, baby. All right. With Vic and Christine, they have that type of love that should not be on social media. Same thing with Lauren and Cameron, but when your love is that pure and you have something that good, social media is not what I came with when I was first introduced to social media. It's not the same thing. Social media is a completely different beast now. It's very much, we want to see you fail, and we want to be able to laugh about it. We want to see you fail. We want to see you be able to and laugh about it with you or laugh at you. Social media is not hey, well, my mom and my dad loves me. No, but anyways, but they're beautiful. Like, I just want them to truly enjoy being newlyweds. Please log off because I do not want either party to be tempted or anything like that. So next one is Amber Jordan. 4 months. They were married for 4 months. You have to understand, that's like a 90-day probational period with your company. 4 months threw me, but I was wondering why Jordan said yes. Like, to be just very transparent. I'm very active in my first niece's life, like almost like a godmother. We're way past auntie and niece. Okay, we're way past that. And you truly have to understand, like, being in a kid's life, there's a whole different level. There's a whole different level that you have to be tapped into. You have to understand there's a lot of sacrifice there. And basically the main issue is just that she had previous trust issues. Like I said, we have to stop punishing people. We have to stop punishing our present for people who have mistreated us in the past. And I feel like in that aspect, you know, she did have trust issues. It's a child, you know, she didn't have him meet her child till about 2 or 3 days before the wedding. So inherently, she didn't even know subconsciously that she did not want him to be the mom. Mamas know. But basically, you know, he would drive an hour and a half and make breakfast at 5 o'clock in the morning before his stepdaughter at the time goes to school, and then back and forth. And you know, just unequally yoked. I don't know how to describe it, but just like, it was not yoked at all. I felt like she's more on the end. Like, she's done all that already. Like, when she wants to have time off, she just wants to be able to just relax. You know, like, she wants to be able to relax. She doesn't want to go out. So Jordan wanted to still be in the streets. You know, is there streets in Ohio? I don't know. I'm from the South. I don't know. But like, he still wanted to be kind of like in the streets, you know, still be with his friends on a Tuesday or a Thursday. But I was like, you're a parent now. You can't, like, I'm going to say this and I want you to quote me. Kids are the handcuffs y'all think marriage is. Let me say it again. Kids are the handcuffs y'all think that marriage is. Your marriage should not feel like a handcuff. Out of respecting your vows, kids are a handcuff, okay? You can't, I think of marriage as a bracelet. That doesn't mean you can just take that on and off now. I think of kids as a handcuff. Hey, I wanted to go out today. Whoa. I wanted to go buy this. Whoa. It's a handcuff. And I feel like he was not ready to get cuffed in that manner. Anyways, this part was really, really hard to see. And that was her telling about how her daughter, she ran off the stage. You know, producers, of course, followed her, but not like an Amori style, more of like, you good? From the back. It's like, y'all good? But just knowing that these are real emotions not to be played with. Her daughter was like, hey, let's make I have it written down. It's called a memory box of like their time together. And try to make them come back. I'm just like, it's only been 4 months. What type of memories could they have? And I'm not trying to be mean or anything, but I'm really questioning, like, what type of memories could you have after 5 months? Like, I don't get it. 4 or 5 months, but it was heartbreaking because kids don't think in like kids don't think of their forgiveness. Maybe some of us adults need to practice, but kids don't think like we think of. Kids are more like, oh, well, you're upset and you refresh tomorrow. No, we're upset. I will never see this person again. Neither will you. You know, like, they don't think of it like that. So just being very cognizant of stop. If you're on this, I'm begging you, for the children, for the love of Gen Alpha, okay? Gen Beta, they're only like 1, but for the love of Gen Alpha, like, please stop putting them in a position for this, because 4 months is insane to uproot and everything. So they're not together. They're not going to rekindle at all. They're just going to be this empty memory of her daughter having trust issues now too. And my thing is, like, I just feel like, to me, I feel like Amber needs to do some reflecting on what the future holds, and maybe she might have to be single for the next 10 years until her daughter turns 18, or when she gets to a point where she's older. But right now, I feel like she needs to just focus on her daughter, Jordan needs to stop lying to himself. He's not truly ready to be in a relationship, because you could have got married to somebody and got pregnant within a year, and you over here like partying. I don't know what partying they're doing on Ohio, but you over here partying like, sir, I don't believe you. You know where I'm coming from? But anyways, the next couple, Bree and Connor, they're still together. My thing is, it's getting really hard to defend people when they sign up to be HUD. And I do have some like, they're living next door. I have some notes down here. They're living next door to each other. I guess the condo that he moved out of, and it was just, they're together. They decided to refresh and just be boyfriend and girlfriend. They're just dating right now, and Bree's outfit just gives me, I'm for the streets. I'm out here, your boobs are out. Like, it's just, to me, for you to be a taken woman, not trying to compare apples to oranges or anything, but Ashley is more covered up than you are, and she is single. Like, I was just really confused on you saying that you have a man, and like, the goods are like right there. Like, I almost had to censor some of my clips that I have in here, because I don't want my niece accidentally running into these and watching me and then seeing that. Like, just very inappropriate. And Connor's love of himself is also inappropriate. Like, she's shown time and time again. And then, of course, Connor was speaking about how, oh, you know, I didn't know all that was going on. I thought they were talking about Jess. I didn't know they were talking about us. And I really feel like Nick and Vanessa did a good job, the latchkeys. I feel like they did a really good job of holding the feet to the fire for Chris. But I don't like that they skipped over the fact that Bree should have ended the conversation, you know, especially when her sensual life was questioned, and she just kind of sat there like, until he said, you can be my nighttime buddy. I was like, and then she was like, oh no, you offended me. This is not fun for me anymore. You know, that's what I felt what happened, that she said, this is not fun for me anymore. Now it's time to cut this off. It wasn't beforehand. So we talk about Chris and Jess, and Chris and his 10-inch bob are there, and his apology to Jess, because Jess was just funny, because Jess said something so profound, and in honor of Women's Month, was that when the other three girls, Priyanka, Ashley, and Bree, I think. So when they all sat there and heard Chris talk about, oh, she's not in shape, and she's da-da-da, and like, Jess said something that I'm still in awe of. She said, I expected that from Chris. Chris is not a man. It was more hurtful, and she started tearing up, that the women were not sticking up for me. And my thing is, like, you have to understand, like, I'll use my own story on myself. Like, I remember I was getting my nails done. Like, me and my nail artist, we've been together for almost 8, if not 9+ years. And I remember there was a customer who was trying to get her like some quick get ready scheme. She's like, oh, you're stupid. And I was like, no, ma'am. No, ma'am. Not while I'm sitting right here. You are not going to sit here and call her dumb. And she kept adamant. She was like, yeah, she's just dumb. I was like, no, ma'am. Not while I'm sitting here. She is not dumb. This is her business. She's been running this for this long. I'm a mama bear. I'm a mama bear when it comes to my friends. Like, I literally had my nails out that she was doing, but I was like, no, ma'am. And it's crazy because we took pictures earlier. She said, oh my goodness, she's so beautiful to take pictures. I don't care about the other pictures. You're not going to sit here and disrespect my nail lady that I've been going through for the last decade in front of my face. All right? Sorry. Anyways, but it was just, she said, I wanted that energy from them, and they didn't do it. Anyway, so turns out Jess is dating, I want to say his name right, Haramol. Anyways, but he's a fellow doctor, so they've been dating, and he said, I just want to let you know you're everything. Like, he is the fraud. Like, sorry. Chris is the fraud that she had to get to her prince. Like, and now the only thing I'm a little scared about is just that with his background, like, they are heavy on having kids. So I don't know if that might be an issue, but I just love the fact that she's getting recognized as the beautiful woman she is. I love to see it. But it was just crazy to hear Chris speak about his apology. I'm going to post a couple of clips from him doing it, but we don't believe you. I feel like he got caught, and the vitriol he faced from social media was too much. So now he's sad. But anyways, that's pretty much it. Gigi, they have Gigi and AD being the hosts, and there was a couple of times where Gigi, like, you know, it's a Latina thing. It's a cultural thing with her putting her arm, because Cameron was there. She's like, oh, how's things going? I was like, girl, you can unhand him. Like, I was like, you get your hand on my man. I said I would have been, but you know, it is what it is. But definitely stay for part 2. Don't forget to subscribe, share. It's Claire here.